lot of misconceptions about the Monkees over the decades. The main one being that it was a group. It was a musical comedy television series about these four guys that wanted to be a band. We met at a wardrobe fitting for the pilot. I was going to school at the time in Los Angeles, studying to be an architect. And my plan was, if I couldn't make it as an architect, I could always fall back on showbiz. When I got the pilot, I didn't even quit school. I just took a couple weeks off and I went back to college. When I was cast, they said, okay, you're the drummer. I said, well, I play guitar. And they said, yeah, we know, but we have enough guitar players. So I said, great, fine, where do I start? So I started learning the drums and I worked very hard at it. Mike and David and I were kind of extrapolations of ourselves. I was the wacky drummer bouncing off the walls. Davey, of course, was just friggin' so cute. I think Mike, he did kind of take a bit of a leadership role, but Peter actually had to play a part. He played the dummy, and he was not like that at all. Eventually, we did go on the road, and we performed live, just the four of us, in front of thousands of kids. And Mike Nesmith had the greatest observation about that. He said, when we went on stage for the first time and played live, it was like Pinocchio becoming a real little boy. Isn't that great? The shows are incredibly fun. That's why we call it playing. The travel is the tough thing. They pay me to travel. I sing for free. And how do I keep doing that? Well, it's what I do. I make sure that my tour manager has booked hotels that have fitness rooms. And I'm in the fitness room every morning. It's that consistency that I find is very, very helpful at my age, especially, I do feel a little melancholy sometimes. In the early days, after David passed and Peter, then Mike a couple of years ago, I did find it difficult to turn around and look at some of the video. But over the years, like I say, you just got to move on. There's so much video of them and so many songs that we covered that David or Peter or Mike sang. So in a way, it's like they're still there. It's important to note that on the Monkees television show, we never made it. It was the struggle for success that was important. And I think helped endeared it to all these kids around the world. But we never made it on the show, which does, of course, beg the question of how we could afford a Malibu beach house. But that's Hollywood.